All right. Weekly updates. What is it? February 1st. Yeah, it's February 1st. Um, what did I do this last week? Honestly, um, I didn't get as much done this week as I would have liked. Um, I I had plans to make some changes on some of the windows on Vanessa, but I didn't get around to it because it was raining on the days that I wanted to do that. So I pushed that back to next week. Um, so hopefully I'll get that done. Uh, I need to fix a leak in the back right window there. And then the window right here, I'm gonna replace that with the pop-out window. I think I brought that up actually on a previous update. Uh, Still doing mics. Mics were good. Had a few good nights, honestly. I'm trying out a different writing process right now, which has actually been really, really nice, just in general, because I mean, I'm just experimenting constantly. So first 4 years of comedy, I want to experiment, and then after that, kind of start narrowing in down on certain things. So I'm not really doing a lot of shows. I've done maybe two two shows, two comedy shows, but I'm not really concerned with getting shows. Like, that'll come with time. There's always people booking shows and everything like that. So my main priority right now is just figuring out how I'm funny, and figuring out how to write jokes and be good on stage. Right, you get that down, and then you can start doing shows, and well, then everything's good because then you're making people laugh because you're funny. Um, so yeah, I haven't been writing as much, but that's because of the different writing process I'm trying out right now. And it's working oddly well. Honestly, it's working oddly well, and it's a little it's a little wild to me how simple it is. Um, because long story short, before I would like write out word for word the joke, and now other comics do this where they'll write like a key word and stuff. Um, and I'm doing basically the same thing, but I'll write like a little phrase. And so what I'm doing is that instead of writing out like every word, um, I'm I'm writing down the premise of the joke, and then running through the set in my head, and then writing a phrase within the set in my head on the sheet, not the whole thing. And so when I go on stage, then I just have that list of premise, phrase, 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 and I'll just look at it real quick. It's a quick reminder, and then I'll just fill in the gaps. So it's been pretty interesting at how effective it is for me, because it basically gives me like little points, and I fill in those points on stage, or I fill in the space between the points. And because I'm filling in that space, I'm being much more natural with my cadence and how I talk and my observations, and sometimes that'll bring up something else, and I'll start going off on a tangent, and that'll somehow get laughs. Then I'll bring it back and then go back into my points. So I'm really, really happy with how this writing process is actually working out. Um, I know other comics would tell me that, oh, you just write down a keyword and stuff. But that didn't work for me because I didn't know what to talk about, right? So I'm finding that when I find a premise or an idea that is interesting to me, that has some sort of real emotional connection for me, it's like me being emotionally connected and emotionally describing the thing, or being upset or sad or whatever. That part is where people laugh at the things that I say when I'm actually frustrated or happy or sad or whatever. So that way, filling in those gaps, those points with actual real emotions, it works for me. So I'm happy with that. Um, so Just doing that. Um, studying the menu still, studying the menu for work, trying to get promoted by the end of the month, the end of February. Here we are, February. So, got to keep going. I've got the menu down more or less. I'm getting down the cocktails, just trying to get the cocktails refreshed and everything like that. Um, and that's going fine. And then probably the biggest difference. Sorry, I just noticed something on my fridge. Probably the biggest difference, biggest, I guess you could say, change for me as of late is I got in an accident. Vanessa had an accident. It sucks. So Vanessa had an accident. I had to cut out some stuff that I said because the claim is ongoing and whatnot. But I can say she had an accident, and that's all I'll say. It sucks. It sucks. There's a giant dent in the passenger door, which is lame. But oh well, oh well. What can you do? So that happened. That happened Thursday. I didn't do any mics that day because of that. And then Friday was just work. Um, it was one of my coworkers' last day, so we went out last night. I didn't get to bed till about. I didn't lay down till about 2, and I didn't fall asleep probably till about 3:20. So I woke up a little late this morning, but it's okay. No biggie. Uh, but other than that, like this week really doesn't have anything big or noteworthy, honestly. Just a lot of getting things done here and there, slow and steady progress, and that's really about it, honestly. I mean, with the exception of the accident that Vanessa had, that's lame. But I fixed some things on the interior with her and whatnot. That's no big deal. So I am running late though, right? Like I'm not. I normally try to record this first thing in the morning at like 8 or 9, and I didn't get up this morning. I didn't get out of bed until like 10:12, 10:15. And right now I think it's like 12:30, right? When I'm recording this, and so I'm already several hours behind. So I still gotta edit this video a little bit, and then upload it and whatnot. That's not too bad, but I still gotta do it. So gonna cut this one short, as you can see. Yeah, we're not even at 9 minutes yet. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Whoever watches this, like and subscribe if you want to like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And God bless.